So a few years back, on paper, my life looked great. Had everything that you could ever want on paper. But I started wondering, is this it? Is this what life is about? Right? You have a career, you go to work, you have some fun on the weekend, you have a few activities, you pay for things, and then you repeat it all. Is this it? Right? Are we really fulfilled? I know I wasn't. And maybe if you found this video, maybe you're feeling that way too. So I'll tell you a little bit about how this shows up for us as humans and why. We are wired for some kind of adventure in life. There's a history of nomads that have roamed the world, right? We all love to go out in nature. Everyone you speak to will say they love to travel, right? Love to explore different countries. They love to have a little creative exercise, work on something. We are wired to have some kind of deeper purpose. We're not wired to be in routine forever and do the same old, same old. We're not born for that. That's why you're feeling empty, because having everything on paper is not what life is about. And you know it, right? And even the science shows this. We're sometimes looking for this hit of safety and things recurring, right? Patterns that recur, continue. We're looking for that dopamine hit, control, safety. There's nothing wrong with safe, by the way. Safe's okay. However, that can't be a life. So it started showing up in my journey where I'd have all these routines and I'd be getting better in my work and gym. But I kept looking on YouTube and searching for things like traveler, digital nomad, life of freedom. And watching all of these people live this life for many years. I remember I was working in one of my jobs and I'd just be searching online for things that stimulated me, right? I was looking for dopamine hit. And this is why things like TikTok and Instagram Reels are so popular, because we're looking for something deeper, right? They know that the companies know that they're feeding us these little snacks of Reels and TikToks, because they know we're searching for something. It's an existential drive. Existential meaning, who am I? What am I doing with my life? Right? Maybe you're waking up like that saying, what the hell am I doing with my life? Maybe you know there's a potential inside and you're just wondering, what am I going to do with this? Right? There's some yearning. There's some feeling of going into the same old routine and no, this isn't it. Well, there's a science in you. That's a reaction in the body, right? That's telling you. It's thoughts as well, but your body's probably reacting. You might have low states, right? You might not be happy going and seeing the same old friends, talking about the same old things. And you're wondering, why do I feel this way? And they're just continuing like this, right? They're happy, they're okay, but I don't feel happy. I'm not fulfilled. And the thing is, this path is something that some wake up to, that there's more in life, right? There's a science moving through to tell you in your body. Right? There's a reason why you feel that way because it's calling you out. And I'm here to call you out too, right? This was happening to me many times in my life, existential crises, having whatever I wanted, having money, having relationships, having all the comforts that you can think of, going on vacation every now and then, seeing all these places I wanted to see. It wasn't enough. And this isn't a thing of like, oh, well, you have to have gratitude and you have to just be okay with what you have. I have that too. But that doesn't remove the desire to be alive, to fulfill our destiny, to have our fullest potential out, right? So it's calling you for a reason. That's how it was showing up for me. And it still does, right? Because this is who you are. This is who you are. You're someone who doesn't want to just settle for mediocrity. Mediocrity, right? What did Einstein say? Doing the same thing over and over is insanity, especially if you're not driven by it. especially if it's not lighting you up. If you don't end the year and have a birthday and say, look how cool that birthday was. And this is how it started showing up for me. I used to be so sad on Christmas and on my birthdays up until the age of 30-ish because I wasn't making the most out of my life. That's why I felt sad. That's why you feel empty or unfulfilled or whatever words that you want to put to it. And I said to myself, every Christmas, every birthday from now on is going to be a celebration. It's going to be looking back fondly saying, wow, you know, I published a book like I did, The Power Centers. There's a link below somewhere. That was something I wanted to have in that year happen. Or it could be you really worked on your health. If you had these problems for a while, you really nailed it this year. Or you built a mission and a movement. You knew there was something in you and you went for it, right? You changed careers, maybe, took the courage. Looking back and celebrating. That's why you feel empty because you haven't got enough projects in your life. Development. It's like leaving an old building there to rot and it's collecting dust. It's collecting dust. No one's working in there. It gets sad. This is why people start continuously talking about the past and saying, "Oh, it was good when we did this and that when I was younger." That shouldn't stop, right? We shouldn't stop living when we get older. That's the thing I realized. And at the time of recording this, I'm 36 and I'm going to continue living because I don't want to feel like I'm empty. No. So I've been through this many times and there's solutions to move forward, right? One is to write down everything. Speak to yourself if you're not doing that already. What I've done is the link below is I've created a journal template. A journal template that will systematically work you through yourself as if you're getting therapy, and it will help you to align yourself each day. So hit that link below and you can grab it, and you'll be added to my email list and get all sorts of things from me, hopefully, that are useful. um, that's one thing. Speak to yourself. The other thing is be around people that are like you. That's one of the challenges I had. It was like I was hanging around the same old people. No one was interested in what I was interested. I was flying around the world, you know, and then I eventually found people like me. If you have dreams, if you have things that you want to learn, find people that have done it and learn from them, right? It's exciting. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you if you're feeling this way of lost or you're not sure what to do with your life. This is a sign. If it feels neurologically like it's a terrible feeling, like lost or scared, or, I've woken up like petrified, like, what the hell am I doing with my life? And it's been overwhelming because the body goes into this safety mode and it goes into a fear state. The heart closes, the stomach clenches, the whole science is on, right? So if you're feeling any of that, know that you have to do something about this, especially if it's continuing. I know for me, it's continuing over many years and I wasn't listening. And then what happens? You go and do all this random stuff to distract yourself. TikTok videos, this and that, and it doesn't help. Doesn't do anything, right? Going out and partying, I did all of that. I'll go and do this and I'll go and do that. Maybe a quick hit. It's not satisfying. I'm telling you now, and you know it, right? So I hope this video inspires you and at the very least tells you that there's someone like you, right? If you're not finding people like that. And know that this is a good phase in your life, a transition, a powerful ramp to go on, or it could be a downhill slope. You get to choose, right? Just please don't spend too long downhill. Speak to people, drop some comments below, and I'll reply to you. I'll ask me some questions and I'll help you if you want. You can message me privately if you like as well. And you're good. Just know that. Anyway, I'll leave it there. If you found this useful, like, share, comment, ask me questions, look for my work. There's links below. And have a wonderful day. Leave it as that. See you in the next one.